You sounded
When
fantastic.
music, it makes me dance because weekends were made for fun.
Mm. Welcome the queen of Pasco, and she hates it when I say that. What's up, Debbie Deb?
Hey!
Debbie, as you know, of course, does Lookout Weekend. She does When I Hear Music. She didn't do Searching. We're going to get to that in a second. We talked about that on the show a couple weeks ago. That's fake Debbie Deb, which blows
Yeah.
my mind, this story. If you haven't heard it, we'll get to that in a second. But the other thing Debbie does is her art. She has some art that's on display in Newport Richey. We call her the Queen of Pasco for a reason. That's where she resides. But you can also check her art out in person at, it's called Lisa's Pieces, right?
Yes, sir. My art there and on Debbie Debs art.
Debbie Deb art. That's what we're looking at right now. This
Yeah.
is incredible. I was looking at this one earlier.
Which one
Tell
did
me what inspired this one. This one is crazy beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a ton of those at Lisa's Pieces. And you know what I'm doing now? Some of the proceeds I'm gonna donate to Ukraine for the just to do what I can do, you know?
Nice.
They all have a sticker on them, but a whole bunch of them have stickers that have the Ukraine colors on them. Uh, they'll go donate to Ukraine, proceeds.
When we had you on the show a few months ago, we were
Uh,
talking about your travels. Like, you traveled with the troops. What kind of travel have you done overseas in that region? Did you ever get to Russia? Did you ever get to Ukraine?
no, never, never. Well, no, I went to Iraq and Kuwait. That's
Yeah.
my much my that was the highlight of my traveling, was
Yeah.
going there and traveling with the troops. That was pretty intense,
Yeah. And you don't really fly first class when you do those kind of tours.
You, you don't, but you know what? The MRAPs were fun and the C-130s were awesome. So no first class.
Your stuff is so colorful. It's just like your music. It's just like you. We saw the various colors in your hair when you performed at Amalie Arena. Like, what inspires these kind of pieces? What made you choose these colors, this pattern?
The mad artist. I'm just like probably mad, angry, or just I don't know. It's just
That's an anger painting.
yeah, probably. Knowing me, it is.
See, I see happy there. But that's the thing about art. It's all up to interpretation.
Odd, I guess. No, I'm teasing you. You know what? I just have fun with colors. I'm not afraid of colors. When I did hair, that for a long time, and I would always tell my clients, "Don't be afraid to color your hair. Don't be afraid of color." And that's like my motto. Don't be afraid of color.
You have had that varied career. We talked on the show about how you were discovered when you were still working at a record shop.
Correct.
That's how you started, right?
You got it. Yeah, 17 years old, working in the record store in North Miami Beach, in high school, and
If
they
if customers back then, because it's a totally different music buying experience now you just go into iTunes or double click on your phone or whatever. But back in the day, the person who worked at the record store was a vital friend to have because they could steer you in the right direction. It's like, now listen, I've listened to this, stay on this side. What were some of the artists, like what were some of the records you'd always push people to buy back then?
I was really good in the R&B section, always with the R&B and the new rap coming in from New York. Like that was always my thing. So they kind of had me focus on that. So that's kind of how I got into that. I was really, really into the R&B, hugely.
Oh, there's roller skating Raina. She's checking your art out
Hey,
too. She liked the same one I liked.
there you go. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, don't be afraid of color.
Don't be afraid of color. All right. So after the record thing, that was a part-time job. See, I stuck with my part-time job from high school until now, almost age 50. I'm still doing the same damn job. What did you do after your record thing? After that, I would imagine is when you became the artist Debbie Deb.
I did, I got thrown into it. I never really looked into like wanted to be a singer. I never wanted to do any of this. It just kind of was thrown at me and I was pushed into doing it and I just did it. And for a long time I was scared and I didn't know what to do. And it took a long time to like really learn how to work a crowd and working in an arena is really, really hard. It's,
Yeah.
if you don't know what you're doing.
The crazy thing that we've kind of touched on the show, and a couple people called me on it when I talked about DJ Paul S had a Debbie Deb song in the mix about 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah,
it's called "Searching."
yeah,
And after I played that song, I said, "That's the air
yeah.
quotes Debbie Deb." And a lot of people were like, "What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
why would you say that? I thought you and Debbie Deb were friends." Like, we are.
We're like,
There's
oh yeah,
there's like an untold story about this because everybody knows the Milli Vanilli story.
of course.
Everybody knows the Martha. A lot of people know the Martha Wash situation of all those
Very,
songs she sang, but I don't think a lot of people know that there were supposedly two Debbie Debs.
yeah. There was Deborah, which was me, and then there was a chick going around with blonde hair. And because back then, we didn't have computers and we didn't have the internet. Well, it wasn't big, so they
Mhm.
could get away with it. Anybody could perform and say, "Hey, we're going to have Debbie Deb here," and and nobody knew what I looked like.
But that happened after the first two songs were successful, right? It was like this, like another album that came out,
Yeah,
and then they tried this. Did the record label ever like reach out to you? Was there like a failed relationship with the record label, or
it
did
was
they just not
a
even
failed
tell you?
relationship, totally failed relationship. Like I said, I wasn't looking for it, and they were just monopolizing on me on my, I guess, on my talent of writing the lyrics to those songs,
Yeah,
and they needed more, and they needed a face behind it, and I'm not a skinny girl, you know what I'm saying?
you're
They
beautiful.
they
You
they,
know that,
they wanted it, and I didn't fit that image that they wanted.
right?
So, with that being said, they had this chick going around back in the day, and blonde hair, skinny girl doing Debbie Deb. Yeah, and it was crazy.
How did you find out about it?
Oh my gosh, it was terrible. I can remember how I found out. Hey Deb, this is like 87 or 88, I don't know, 1988. Hey Deb, hey, I heard you got a new song out. I do? Really? No, I don't actually. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. It was hard. It put me into a depression actually.
I would
It,
imagine. I mean, Searching never really became the hit that
no, yeah,
Lookout Weekend and When I Hear Music. It was really just the club crowd that even knew about it. So, I mean, there had to be a little bit of satisfaction knowing it's like, the fake can't do it as good as the real thing.
thank God. And I did, let's fast forward about 8 years. I well, I'm trying to put everything in perspective for you. So let's fast forward from the I'm searching. The person the Bo Crane who bought my two songs, When I Look Hear Music, Look Out Weekend, found me in the hair salon and wanted me back. He wanted my voice. He wanted to make me come back into the industry because I was out of the industry for a while. And we did She's Back. That's when I did the She's Back CD.
Mhm.
So we focused on that. And then I went on damage control all over the country. I mean, I did radio everywhere, told my story, and I think I reached a lot of people. I mean, 2 weeks I did every radio station in California, Texas, Arizona. I was hitting them all,
Mhm.
just just totally telling my story. And people were like, oh, it didn't sound like you. We were wondering,
It
did
doesn't. It sounds
yeah,
nothing like you, and that's why I'm surprised they thought they could get away with it. That's the part that freaks me out, and I have to think, in her defense, she's probably just a scared young girl who's
totally.
getting promised the world,
Yeah,
and she probably really had no idea what she was getting into. You always hear Martha Wash telling her story. It's like she was just going in to record background vocals. She had no idea they were going to use these as main vocals and then put a model's face in the MTV videos. So she was probably just some naive little thing who had no idea what was going on.
total same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, man. It's boy, it takes a long time to recover from that. Let me tell you. You
Did you
really
ever did you
serious.
ever meet the imposter, Debbie Deb?
No, for
No.
what? Why? What am I going to say to her? I like
Right.
yours.
Well, I mean, in a way, you almost kind of have to feel bad for her because, like, you at least have the stories to tell about the success of Debbie Deb, and she's got to kind of go through the rest of her life saying, "Well, I was the fake one that almost had a hit." So, listen, I don't want to bag on her too much. I was just fascinated by that story because we
Uh,
know about the main ones, like the Milli Vanilli situation. By the way, did you see the Milli Vanilli thing coming when that happened?
no, I didn't. I was in love with them. No, I had no idea.
Really?
Had no idea. You knew?
I had the suspicion when they won the
Really?
award, because remember, like, when they did the, acceptance speech, they could barely get a sentence out. But by that same token, there are a lot of British bands, when they sing, they sound like they're
They
Americans.
you can't even tell. Right, right.
Yeah. So I had suspicions, but I didn't think it was just a complete fabrication. What I've
I
always
didn't
wondered is, like, did they ever find the real
expect.
people who sang?
Right, for real, right.
I remember, Arsenio Hall had Rob and Fab, the guys who portrayed Milli Vanilli,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
on the show after everything was released, and he gave them a chance to perform the Milli Vanilli songs, and it was rough.
No bueno. No bueno.
Who were your favorite pals back in the day during that era? Because that Milli Vanilli was a little bit after Lookout Weekend and When I
Yeah.
Hear Music. You were in that sweet spot when music was really good in the mid '80s. Do you
I
remember, like, doing those radio festival shows, or any artists that you really palled around with?
I gotta tell you, a lot of, like, not I would it's gotta be the people that are on the Freestyle Explosion. Those were, like, my main peeps,
Yeah.
you know, many, many years.
I gotta say it, and I told you this earlier. We're bummed. We love the lineup this year, but we're bummed that we don't have our home team. You and George were so good last year, but I know that they like to change it up and not have the same lineup every year. But you're taking some time for yourself anyway. You were telling us last year at Freestyle Explosion in Tampa that you don't do this anymore. This is like you do it once in a while for fun, but just here in Florida, like you won't see
I,
you, Debbie Deb, on a California show. It's like you're not doing it.
I can't do it right now. I need a knee replacement. I just can't do it right now. I have lupus. It's too hard. It's too hard on me. It's too hard on my husband right now. We just can't do it right now.
But you sounded fantastic in Tampa last year, right? I'm not just saying that. I mean, you said everybody made the same comment about Debbie Deb's performance, that you sounded like the song. Like, and sometimes that's hard as you get older. Ask anyone who went to see Bon Jovi last night. There were a lot of people on our Q105 Facebook page today saying, "Oof, you sounded
When
fantastic."
it makes me dance. Still got it, right?
Give me the other one.
What's the other one I forgot?
Lookout Weekend.
Weekends, 'cause here I come. Because weekends were made for fun.
Love
There you
it.
go.
So I got to imagine, though, creating this art, obviously it lets you recuperate, it lets you heal not only your body while you're getting ready to go back on stage, but I'd imagine in your brain too, creating this art does that for you.
It's such a release. It's such an escape. I love doing it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful for me. I just sit and I create crazy pieces and I love it. Um, I'm into making jewelry now, like really industrial type jewelry. And
Yeah, you mentioned that. You said you were kind of getting away from the painting and more toward the jewelry. What
yeah,
inspired that?
yeah, I'm trying something different, like, pounding out copper and, doing that kind of thing. And I'll have it all. I still have a lot of I have so much work I've done with my pouring acrylic pours of the paintings. But yeah, it's like, just really cool wire wrappings and really nice stones and things like that. That's just having fun with it.
How much does it take to do a piece like this that we see on the screen right now?
That,
These crystal bead earrings.
that's probably like 45 minutes.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. Once you have the technique down, it comes easy. No, that is a
No,
piece of
I
piece.
don't have that artistic talent y'all have. Just like when I look at my DJs, when I watch Hoof and Cruz and Speedy, all these guys doing what they do with turntables, I've tried it. I suck at it. I'm good at talking and answering phones and making stupid jokes. But no, everybody has their talent. And it's like, it's so amazing that you've got two. You've had the success with your music career, and just this art is intense. Like this yellow one, I love this yellow one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And these are like little small versions of the bigger pieces that I do. So it's pretty cool. And there's no two alike. That's impossible. There's no two alike. Like I said, that would be something totally impossible to do. And I found a great place in downtown Newport Richey, Lisa's Pieces, and she's got a lot of artists in there, and with incredible. There's so many talented people. I mean, it's just I'm one of many, 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 but it's I have a lot of my stuff in there, and It's great. And it's like only like 10 minutes from my house. So I can drop some new stuff off, whatever I need to do. It's very convenient.
Omar says Debbie Deb is a music goddess. Agreed, Omar.
My God is. Oh, I
But
never.
we've already crowned her as the queen of Pasco, which she hates me for that. She hates it when I say it because she's so damn humble and she has no reason to be humble. She's Debbie damn Deb.
No, no, it's nothing. Yeah, you know that. Come on.
I just look at this one pair and it's like this one makes everybody has their own interpretation. Like, you were talking about how you were angry on that one piece, and then I saw just happiness in it. This one, like right away, I just keep coming back to this one. This is my mom right here. This is something my mom would wear. My mom had the bright blue eyes like this, and this like totally brings my mother's vibe.
Oh,
What were you think? What were you thinking? Don't tell me these were created out of anger too.
No, no, they weren't. And I was kidding when I said that.
I know.
I was totally kidding. I just get into, I get inside my head with the colors, and something takes over, and I just start banging out colors, and they, and techniques, and different ways to make techniques. And it's just fun. I just love doing it. And before I know it, 5 hours goes by.
Yeah. No, that's the way listen. You have that art. For me, that's doing this show because I get in there at like around 6 o'clock usually. Today, I wanted to have our chat with you, so I'll be leaving here in about 10 minutes. I'll get there at 7:01. I know to get my bathroom break in at 6:55 because I'm not going to have a chance until midnight. But before I even blink my eye, man, it's midnight and it's time to wrap it up, and I have to give Q105 their radio station back. So I totally understand how this is. I just think it's so cool that you found two different things that you have such a passion for and that you have that talent for. And beyond those two things, my favorite thing about you, and we talked about this on the show too, is how the kind of music that we all love that we're getting ready to do here on the radio show tonight, it's not necessarily Debbie Deb's favorite passion. I mean, look at the girl. She's got some ink, man. She's a rocker. You going to any shows coming up? I saw that who's coming? Rob Zombie is coming, I was telling you.
Oh, I love Rob Zombie. Oh my God. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Have you ever seen Marilyn live? I think you said you're a Manson fan.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. System of a Down. Yeah, you know it. I'm into all that rock, all that great rock. I love it. I love Tool. I mean,
that's who it was. That's who's coming to Tampa. That's what I remember instant messaging you. And the great thing about our DJs, I mean, you met Hoof. It's like those guys, if we ask them to spike in a little bit of rock, I mean, for crying out loud, we were talking about Phil Collins last week because he's retiring. And like, I think Cruz mixed in Phil Collins. Like, our DJs are so good. They'll put in System of a Down. Like that mix that Hoof did for you of your songs. I was like, yeah.
When he mixed that corn with corn, I don't even know. I can't even tell you how brilliant that was.
He's good, man.
Right in the pocket, man. They were so good. It's great.
So yeah, for those of you up in Pasco, you can see a lot of this stuff in person that we're showing here from Debbie Deb's collection at Lisa's Pizza. Lisa's Pizza.
Lisa's Pieces. It's right in down.
Fat guy's always thinking about food. There was actually a pizza place where I grew up called Lisa's Pizza, so I knew that was going to come out. Lisa's Pieces. It's on Grand Boulevard, Port Richey. If you're not in Pasco, you can check out debbiedeb.art. Debbiedeb.art, or as my Mainers would say, .at.
You're so funny. I miss you. I want to hang out with you again.
We got to do this again. We got to go to that place. Where did we have drinks on the water that time?
Let's go. Yeah, that was Widow Fletcher's. Great.
Widow Fletcher's.
Yep.
I was telling Huff, man, we got to do a party there. That'd be a great place for a Debbie Deb show. We've had listeners say, it's like, man, you guys should have like a roller skating night. It's like, ooh, Debbie Deb's roller skating party. But these damn roller skating rinks have get off the butts and reach out to us so we can, make this happen. Let's read a few of the comments. I'm sorry, guys. You've been commenting and I haven't been jumping on. Hello, Doreen. She said she loves seeing you perform at Emily during the freestyle concerts. It'll probably come back. They usually switch off Orlando, Tampa every year. If they come back to Tampa next year or maybe 2 years from now, do you think you'd be cool with being on the lineup?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, if once I can like move my knee and I could do my thing, I can't. I would definitely do Tampa.
Hoof and I can be your backup dancers. You don't have to dance. Hoof and I will do it.
You can do whatever you want.
You've never seen me do the Macarena. It's like inspiring as all hell.
Just act like a robot. That's it.
Roller skating ring of the Queen of Pasco and a goddess. She certainly is. Uh,
Nice. Come on.
Deanna says, love the jewelry. What's the website again? The website, Deanna, is debbiedeb.art.
You got it. Yes. And like it's cool now. I got this like I don't know if you can see this up, but I'm doing like this really cool like chains and things and like I don't know. Can you see that?
Yeah.
But these
Oh, I
aren't
like those colors.
still kind of perfecting my technique on these, but like I'm taking the industrial things, putting them with the new things and the old things, and putting killer stones on them, and like trying to make it rock.
What other artists do you like? You mentioned that Lisa has quite a few artists that work out in Newport Richey with you. Any others that people should have on their radar?
As far as like, you mean freestyle wise or just?
Oh no, I was talking about other artists like you that use their pieces at Lisa's place in Newport Richey. Are there any other artists that jump out at you that are really talented?
No, I follow artists. I don't. I don't know any.
You just get inspired when you see it.
Yeah, I do want to go to the exhibit down in Tampa. I heard that was pretty awesome.
What was it again? It broke up.
For Dolly down in Tampa.
We're gonna have to type it out. We're getting that damn internets.
I'm sorry.
Oh, now I hear you again. Okay, one more time.
There's some Dolly exhibit, I believe, going on in Tampa.
Oh, okay, the Dolly exhibit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. DALY. See, I'm an uncultured bastard from Maine. I don't know all this stuff.
DAHLI. You got it. Yeah, this was like pretty incredible. With all his artwork lit up, and you walk through it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like the night sky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. Okay. All right. Now I don't feel so dumb. Awesome. Debbie Deb, we love you. We got to have one of those Debbie Deb parties, y'all. Call those roller skating rinks. Say, hey, get the Saturday Night Dance Party. We want a Debbie Deb party. We're going to make this happen because that's going to be fun. And of course, I'm sure we'll see you at Freestyle Explosion next year. And y'all call in for a good Debbie Deb song on the radio tonight. We will see you at 7 o'clock on Q105. Debbie, social media. We've had some fake Debbie Debs recording music. Let's make sure we don't plug any fake Debbie Debs on Facebook. If you search Real Debbie Deb, I think that's what you look for on Facebook, right?
Yeah, the Real Deb. Wikipedia. It tells my whole story, like little brief summary, kind of what I. So if you go on Wikipedia, what's my Wikipedia on? Just Debbie Deb Wikipedia, and that story is accurate.
I think we're gonna put something on the Q105 website too, because I think a lot of people just don't know that story. And it's like, when I said that on the radio a couple weeks ago, it definitely got people like, wait, what? There was an imposter? Like, yeah, there was. It's a crazy story. And I don't know if many people have known about it. Debbie, we love you. Queen of Pasco. Everybody bow to the queen.
No.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Now I'm going to assault you with my socials. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/GinoGino, twitter.com/Gino Radio, or Instagram, I'm at Gino Radio. See a bunch of sexy pictures of me with my shirt off. That's not true. It's a lie. But subscribe anyway.